ठीक है. So key organizational developments for the first half of 2025. हमने February में amendment agreement sign किया था, जिसकी हमने PSX पे announcement भी दी थी, that you guys have all read, where we shifted to hybrid take and pay regime. Based on that, हमें bullet payment receive हुई थी in March 2025, just before the Q1 closing. And based on that cash flow that we got from our customer, we were able to pay out a dividend of PKR 10 rupees per share. Partially, which was in Q1, and some of it is now being paid out as part of Q2 closing. In terms of operations and commercial updates, we maintained high merit order position on permeate gas. And we also had a scheduled outage जो हमारे plan का part थी इस साल in May 2025, so that has been executed successfully, alhamdulillah. In terms of quality standards, 100% compliance हमने ensure की है, operational quality standards. And in terms of safety, 11.6 million work hours safely completed since COD to June 2025 के timeline पे. CSR initiatives continue. हमारी वो होती है skill development trainings हैं, healthcare facilities हैं that we operate around the plant area जहाँ पे हम situated हैं. So those CSR initiatives continued as is for the first half of the year also. Moving on to the operational highlights, हमारी billable availability factor remained 100%, same as last year. Net electrical output हमारा कम हुआ है for first half 2025. It's gone down from 437 to 363, and that's basically due to the scheduled outage जिसकी हमने अभी बात की, जो हमारी चली है around 20 days की. उस basis पे हमारा जो net electrical output था वो कम था. And similar pattern you can see in the load factor also, which has gone down from 46% to 39%. But this is something that we planned for, so there is nothing that is unexpected here. This was a scheduled outage, which was necessary to ensure the health of the plant, so that we have executed successfully. Next slide. Okay, in terms of financial performance, total revenue is around 5.3 billion, and versus last year जो है ये slightly lower है, obviously because of the hybrid take and pay and due to the lower load factor that you've just seen in the previous slide. हमारा EPS जो था वो भी correspondingly low था, 1.42 rupees per share versus last year of around 5 rupees per share. And the decline in earnings is mainly due to the lower dispatch and the hybrid take and pay model that we moved to, and combined with that lower financial income also, because as you know the DPI is no longer a big amount, as we have received most of the payments from CPPAG. So profit after tax जो है वो हमारा 1.6 billion से 0.5 हो गया है billion, 460 million to be precise, and the reasons are the same as I just discussed. बुलेट पेमेंट के रिसीट के बाद हमारे जो रिसीवेबल्स थे वो शार्प डिक्लाइन हुए हैं. In Q1 2025 we were around 3 billion, going down from 9.5, and at the end of Q2 we have a receivable position of 2.7 billion. So that's how the receivables have moved, and I think that's all on the financial performance. Now coming to the future outlook, मुल्क की जो है वो मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक सूरत हाल बेहतर हो गई है since last year, and that we have seen in the power demand, which has slightly gone up in the first half 2025. 4% का almost increase आया है in the demand, and thanks to the inflation and interest rates going in the right direction. So this 4% in demand increase in demand, we are expecting कि ये इसी तरह रहेगी और थोड़ी सी बढ़ भी जाएगी in the coming few months and the coming years. On the alternate fuel front, हम पेल गैस की काफी बात कर चुके हैं in the previous analyst briefings also. और पेल गैस हमारा द मेन डिस्कशन पॉइंट है एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम विद द गवर्नमेंट. आपने मल्टीपल आर्टिकल्स भी पढ़े होंगे वेयर वी आर liaising with at the ministry level with the petroleum ministry and power ministry. We have updates on this, so we are hoping we will be able to close this with CPPAG very soon, and then we can move on to getting approvals from the rest of the regulators. Other than that, obviously, we are still exploring other fuel options. Fuel बढ़ाएंगे उतनी हमारी profitability बढ़ेगी. So for the betterment of the business and the profitability, we are exploring all available fuel options as we can, and so company's management is actively working to source as much gas as we can, and we'll keep everyone updated if there is any news over here. So that's all from our side in terms of the updates. We are open for questions. Feel free to let us know in the chat box. हमें कुछ मिल भी गए हैं questions, so we'll just okay. अच्छा जी, जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हमें मिला है डिक्लाइनिंग ट्रेंड, तो डिक्लाइनिंग ट्रेंड एज आई जस्ट एक्सप्लेन्ड इन Q2 2025 is mainly due to the scheduled outage that was planned, जो कि 20 दिन की थी. सो 20 दिन हमने ऑब्वियसली बिजली नहीं बेची, जिसकी वजह से हमारा ओवरऑल लोड फैक्टर कम है. सो आई होप दैट हैज आंसर्ड दैट क्वेश्चन. That is the answer to plant utilization being lower also in expect EPQL to start operations from PEL. देखिए हमारा अगर चले तो हम तो कल ही कर दें इसको operational, but you know that there are some regulatory approvals pending. So we are hoping to do it ASAP, which means that we are hoping to do it this year, but fingers crossed because regulatory approvals can take some time. So all I can say is finger crossed, and we are trying our best. With O&M on a floating mechanism, on a floating mechanism, can you explain the relevant indexations? I'm not sure what exactly do you mean here. If you can, please elaborate that question further. EPQL's utilization has been stable at around 45%. Can we expect the company to increase utilization? We can increase utilization as soon as PEL is injected in the system. जिसके आपको अभी बताया कि approvals pending है. As soon as we get that, inshallah, we'll be able to increase the utilization. Okay, so the next question is, can you please elaborate how long was scheduled shutdown and why was there no notice in the PSX alerts before, during, and after the shutdown? How does the plan up time look in Q3? Okay, so ये जो हमारी outage थी, ये scheduled outage थी, जिसका मतलब है planned थी. It was not an unforeseen event जिसकी वजह से हमारी कोई outage हुई होगी. तो इस वजह से there was no PSX alert on this, and in Q3 we have no. So this scheduled outage that I'm talking about takes place once in 3 years, this 20 days long outage. But in Q3, there is no such thing planned. So inshallah, the load factor will continue as you have seen in the previous quarters. And so maintenance reserve पे सवाल है. Maintenance reserve जी available for dividend नहीं होता. ये capital reserve है. इसकी जो भी as per the PPA defined होता है कि whatever you want to incur in terms of your capital expenditures, you have to maintain a reserve for it. So that's what it is for. It's not something that's available for dividends. देखिए, डिविडेंड पेमेंट आउटलुक आपको पता होगा कि आईपीपीस का मेनली कैश फ्लो ड्रिवन होता है. So profitability, although हमारा EPS for the first half is lower, but we have maintained a very good dividend per share का ratio. So we are hopeful कि we will continue to do that as far as our liquidity position allows. You can unmute someone and we can take a online question. Ahmed, you are unmuted. Can you please ask the question?
Yeah, I have two questions. First,
Sure.
you partially answered regarding the dividend, but my query is that your half-year earnings were 5 rupees approximately, but in this half year you have paid rupees 10 as dividend, which was probably the highest in your history apparently. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, I mean, wouldn't it have been a good idea to keep this surplus cash with the company and invest it in some other avenues to earn more revenue rather than paying the highest dividend?
So Ahmed Salim, I'm guessing you're not a shareholder for sure. That's why you're asking this question. But the answer to your question is that we are managing liquidity as far as we can, and we only announce dividends when we are in a comfortable position. So हमारा EPS तो 5 rupees भी नहीं है, हमारा EPS उससे भी कम है. I just explained that it's 1.4 rupees per share. But because we got a bullet payment, we had liquid cash, and we think that that liquid cash first, we need to share that with the shareholders. So that's why you see this dividend out there. If there is any liquidity concern, we will obviously reduce the dividend going forward. But for now, as I can answer for the present situation, our liquidity position allowed us to announce that dividend, and that's what we did.
Well, I have another question.
Sure.
In the beginning of this calendar year, when you were about to execute the agreement for sale of the plant, you arrived at a certain value, and but certain as later on this deal couldn't get on with it. So my question is that sale consideration was lower than the amount that is being carried on in your financial statements. So what was the reason of not booking the impairment, being the difference between that particular value and the carrying value of assets?
देखिए, जब सेल ट्रांजैक्शन, अब ये सेल ट्रांजैक्शन जो है, it's obviously something that is beyond me. It's an E Corp and EEL decision, and they negotiate on the amount. But the sale deed did not go through, right? So जब तक sale deed was in place, there was an accounting treatment being followed, जिसमें आप IFRS 5 held for sale accounting करते हैं, उसमें ये सारी impairments हो रही थी. अब हमारी जो जून 30th की फाइनेंशियल्स हैं, जो EPQL की फाइनेंशियल्स हैं, उसका तो उस डील से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है. ये जो भी इम्पेयरमेंट्स होंगी, ये तो पेरेंट कंपनी देखेगा. EPQL की जो फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन है, वो EPQL की फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन है, और उसमें तो बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं ना, आगे के जितना भी प्लांट की लाइफ है उसके ऊपर के हम कैश फ्लोज देख रहे होते हैं. तो उस हिसाब से तो EPQL के लिए इसका कोई इम्पेयरमेंट रेलिवेंट नहीं है, जो कि हमने जिस अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड को हम फॉलो करते हैं, हमने हर बार उसको चेक किया है, एंड वी डोंट सी एनी impairment indicator there, so that's why we have not taken any impairment.
Don't you think that the plant, I mean, your plant is quite old, an old plant, and the technology has been changing pretty rapidly. So still you feel that the impairment would not be necessary in the coming years?
Yes, that's what we think, and there's a whole process that goes behind it, Ahmed. We do multiple valuations. हमारे auditors भी जो है हमसे multiple सवाल पूछते हैं, so make sure that we have satisfied them at all levels to ensure that an impairment does not need to be booked right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum, and thank you, Ekta, for the presentation. My name is Abdul Rahman from ARN Financial Advisors. I wanted to ask, as you mentioned that now the company has moved to the hybrid take or pay model. So what is the
Yes.
load factor beyond which the capacity payments start increasing? Or for easiness for everyone, if you can mention the rough capacity payment the company will be receiving if the load factor is, let's say, 50%, and how much would the amount increase if we get the gas and the load factor increases to 70 to 75%?
So, Abdul Rahman, thank you for the question. हमारा load factor जितना होगा उतनी ही capacity payment होगी. So, take and pay का मतलब है कि आप जितनी बिजली बेचेंगे उतनी बिजली के लिए आपको पैसे मिलेंगे. पहले ये सिर्फ EPP पे एप्लीकेबल था, अब वो CPP पे भी एप्लीकेबल है. तो कैपेसिटी पेमेंट भी आपकी जो है वो सेम एज लोड फैक्टर. तो अगर 50 हो, 60 हो, 70 हो, जितनी गैस मिलेगी उतना ज्यादा लोड फैक्टर होगा और उतना ज्यादा आपको कैपेसिटी पेमेंट ऑफ ROE फैक्टर जो है वो मिलेगा. So that's the answer. I hope I've answered that.
In case the load factor अगर 0 पे चला जाता है तो कोई ऑपरेशन एंड मेंटेनेंस का भी फिक्स्ड अमाउंट नहीं है इन द न्यू एग्रीमेंट?
अच्छा, हमारा जो फ्लोर है, जो हमने अपने PSX अनाउंसमेंट में भी क्लैरिफाई किया था कि हमारा फ्लोर 35% का है. सो इफ फॉर एनी रीजन कल को हमें 35% से कम हम लोड फैक्टर पे चले गए तो 35% टिल नाउ द सेटअप एंड द अरेंजमेंट इज के 35% तो मिनिमम हमें कैपेसिटी पेमेंट मिलेगा.
And if it increases to 100%, we will go back to the amount which the company was receiving prior to the agreement.
देखिए 100%, हाँ जी बिल्कुल. Yes, you're right.
All right, understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So there's a question on receivables. Are payments happening regularly now, or we see receivables building up again? So अभी आपने देखा कि receivable तो है. So the collection is not 100% obviously, but it's better. And since the bullet payment has been received, the collection has been better than what we were seeing in the last few years. So collection 100% नहीं है, but बुरी भी नहीं है. So it's a good amount. It's a good percentage. Qadirpur has been on a depleting despite the outage. What is the reason for that? Qadirpur has been on a depleting trend. So I hope कि आप EPQL की बात कर रहे हैं and not where we get the gas from. So EPQL has been on a depleting trend, not year to year, but yes, over the years you gradually see a depleting trend. And this is, I think, knowledge that everyone has कि हमारी जो gas है, permeate gas, that's on a depletion phase, जिसकी वजह से हम other fuel sources देख रहे हैं. So इस वजह से हम एक depleting trend पे है उसके अंदर. Over the years, it's thankfully not happening every month or every quarter. Any chance for any more bumper payouts? देखें, हर चीज डिपेंड करती है पाकिस्तान की मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक सिचुएशन पे. अगर if things are good, जैसे हमने अभी इतना अच्छा डिविडेंड दिया है, तो इंशाल्लाह हम पूरी कोशिश होती है हमारी कि हम शेयर होल्डर रिटर्न्स को जो है वो प्रेफरेंस दें. ओके, सो मोर क्वेश्चंस हियर. ये क्या? Will IPP such as EPQL receive any further payments from the ongoing circular debt settlement transaction? We are not aware of it. हमें कोई इस तरह की information नहीं है. Sorry, I will not be able to answer that. But if we get more information, we'll see. But अभी तो ऐसा कुछ दिख नहीं रहा हमें, and we don't have any further information that we've received also on this. अच्छा जी, इसमें सवाल है, O&M has been renegotiated where the reference will be fixed for a period of 1 year, then the indexed amount for the year will become next year's reference. Can you please explain this indexation? अच्छा, इस पे हम clarity ले रहे हैं अभी नेफ्रा से. We don't have the exact answer to your question. As you know कि जब से हमने ये amendment agreement sign किया, there have been lots of changes, so we are still fine tuning a lot of things with CPPAG. As soon as we have that answer, we'll be able to get back to you. This is something that's still being figured out. Any more questions? I think I've missed कोई एक था बीच में कौन सा? Oh, okay. How much in terms of percentage is the load factor expected to improve if you get approval for PEL? How much is it? I'll just confirm shortly. Okay, so inshallah, if we get PEL पे क्या कहते हैं gas available approved by the regulatory authorities, we intend to go inshallah from say the current load factor to somewhere around 48 to 50%. So there's a question if the 35% threshold is for all CPP components or just for ROE. So it's just for ROE, ROE-DC components, not for all CPP components. EPQL का जो अभी recently merit order position आया है, on that we are number 9. Before that we were number 11. So we are also trying to figure out how did that move because there have been no changes from our side in terms of the fuel cost or the variable cost. So that's something that's being investigated. There are 2 plants which are no longer appearing in the merit order, which is why we've been bumped up by 2 positions. But we are at number 9 right now. So efficiency, हमारी, as per the standard TPA है, there has been no change and we don't foresee any change. Other components जो हैं उसके CPP के वो 35% पे नहीं है, so yes, they are take or pay. Sorry, what's the question? 50% of what? Total load factor? No, 50% total load factor होगा, not 50% increase. To 50 जो अभी हम देख रहे थे कितना 39% था हमारा first half का, so वो और last year का 42% था, so that will go up to 50%. 45% था last year का, sorry. Can you share any other CPP operating at PEL gas and what are their load factors? Sorry, I don't understand the question. If you can please explain that. Any more questions? I think ऊपर एक question है. PEL gas पे कोई IPPs है? Not that we are aware of. Savings on O&M and fuel savings with the government as well as highlighted on it. जी, so जो क्या कहते हैं company sharing O&M fuel savings पे question आया है, so that is mandated as per जो हमने MOU sign किया था, और आपने बिल्कुल सही point out किया है Mohammed Ali's report and the MOU that happened after that. So उसमें थोड़ी mechanism है कि अगर आप capital expenditures कर रहे हो, so that O&M sharing can happen at a later date. So we will share obviously because it's part of the contract, but we in terms of timing I'm not able to confirm exactly कब हम उसको financials में दिखा रहे होंगे और कब share कर रहे होंगे. Any more questions, guys? Anyone wants to ask anything else? In case of no more questions, we are gonna sign off. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking out the time and for attending this session. We don't see any more questions at the moment, so we'll sign off now. Is there a question? Oh, sorry, there's a question. Please confirm that company will not be receiving finance income on late payment. Okay, so this is a delayed payment interest. So no, we will be receiving DPI going forward. अगर late payments हुई तो, because the chunk of late payments has significantly reduced, जो हमारा bulk receivable खड़ा था वो clear हो गया है, तो इस वजह से जो अब हम DPI charge कर सकते हैं वो है बहुत कम. Otherwise, DPI is still intact. We will receive DPI if payments are delayed. Yes, dollar will be pegged at 168 PKR per USD. That was locked in the MOU that we signed in 2022. All right, thank you so much, guys, for joining in and for taking out the time. That's all from my side. Thank you.